Hello Internet, tis I the Roshi, and I'm back with some more reactions. This time reacting to Zenless Zone Zero character teasers. As you know, I've been going through the loop of going through Honkai Impact 3rd, Honkai Star Rail, Genshin's always been there in the background, and now it's Zenless Zone Zero's turn. And I hope you enjoy what I have to say about this kind of stuff. This is actually future me talking. I've already seen them, and I enjoyed myself thoroughly, but I am here to let you know that there was a mishap with my green screen. Not the biggest deal, but there's a sliver of my background showing, and I didn't want that to be on the actual teaser itself as you're watching it. So I had to re-record all of the teasers and do some layer stuff. So you're gonna see the sliver there when I'm just giving my feedback, you know? But as far as when the teaser is playing, you will not be seeing that. These are things that you don't care about. You've probably already skipped this. It's fine. I just had to, it's a me thing. It's a me thing, all right? Anyway, let's just go. Enjoy. What you got to say, Billy?
You took. You really don't need to treat it so seriously. They're here.
You see those little thugs? Go! Take them down! Watch out!
People on the streets often say the kind of life we live comes with a price. Seems like today, it's my turn to pay it. Now buckle up, because the story of my life is a real roller coaster. Where do I even begin? I'm Billy. I'm a battle android, although a more accurate description would be intelligent tactical unit with firepower-based area suppression capabilities. I was made using lost technology. Lost technology? That's a good one. More like high maintenance costs. That's what our boss would say. But I think it makes me sound cooler, like a pro. Oh, my current boss is Nicole. Yep, the one with pink hair, hitting people with her suitcase. But Nicole wasn't always my boss. According to my memory bank, I used to live in New Eridu's outer ring, serving a man with lofty ambitions. He bought me from a group of drifters, named me Billy, and gave me a mission. I'm not bragging. I was infamous back then. Some thugs would cower in fear upon hearing my name. Thinking back, oh, look at her go. That's Anby. She's my coworker too. Yeah, she knows how to swing a sword. Huh? Wait, the bullet's already reached her. I haven't finished my story yet. I was supposed to stick to the outer ring, but some things went down and my first home fell apart. So I ended up an aimless combat weapon once again. I had a long talk with the people who were following my boss, and in the end they decided to let me go. Then, whoa, hey Bullet, could you slow down a sec? I'm wrapping up here. Where was I? Oh, freedom. Yeah, so I had a taste of freedom, went on a journey alone. With 2 guns from a friend, I made New Eridu my fresh home. Amidst the chaos and strife, people needed someone who cares. Then, by a weird twist of fate, I hooked up with the Cunning Hares. I had no idea the ending would be so fast-paced, but no time for regrets now. If it helps me get out of this alive, I swear not to watch Starlight Night again!
Oh, so close!
What? I didn't know you're such lousy shots! I take my promise back. I can't wait to watch Starlight Night!
Okay. Okay, so that was Billy. That's okay. So throughout this whole thing, I liked Billy when I was playing the game. I can see maybe, I don't know. I honestly, when I was playing, I didn't really hear anyone talk about Billy really. But I thought he was humorous. I actually liked him, and I was very confused as to what he was. This explains that. He's essentially he's a robot, android robot thing, and yeah, android, and he's got a lot of personality, which is great. And I always thought that the dynamic between him and this character who, man, he said her name. What was her name again? I'll get it. Anby, that's right, Anby. All right, sorry. So I liked the dynamic between Anby and Billy, especially because I think Anby is human, but she's very monotone and acts like a robot. Meanwhile, Billy is like full of life, but is a robot. And I really like that back and forth. This was a little cool backstory. I like how they did it, how it was just like side scrolling, just panning across the scene as all the chaos is happening, and he's just taking this moment to tell you his whole story and then realizes he has to go faster because the bullet's approaching, and it's all like this this inner monologue / him breaking the fourth wall. You know, he's very Devil May Cry, Deadpool feel. Deadpool as far as personality goes with the whole... I feel like he breaks the fourth wall normally, right? Doesn't he do that kind of? Maybe not as much, but he has that attitude about him where there's just kind of this... I don't know, but he also kind of has like this panicky nature too. But he's full of jokes, and I like him. That's all I really have to say about this. There wasn't a lot of animation going on. It was mostly a still image with some tweening here and there as it was going, but I didn't mind that for this kind of storytelling here, because of what I mentioned before. Okay, awesome. Let's move on to the next. The next one is Anby.
Anby! Billy! 7 seconds. In about 7 seconds, I'm going to fall into that black mass. That's a hollow. These disasters are happening around the world. Whenever possible, you should stay away from them. Me, I can enter them without issue. Because... it all started a few days ago. I was enjoying my lunch while waiting for instructions from my employer, the odd job agency, Cunning Hares. This sucks!
This is Nicole, leader of the Cunning Hares, and my superior. Under her leadership, the Cunning Hares have prospered.
In the red again! We need a well-paying job or the Cunning Hares are gonna go bankrupt!
Take it easy, Nicole. It's hardly the first time. You should be used to it.
This man, correction, android, is Billy. He's also a member of the Cunning Hares, and my colleague. He's agile and reliable in a fight.
Stop talking nonsense, Billy. Are you trying to imply that I'm not a good leader? The Cunning Hares have high operating costs. Like feeding you weirdos!
Here. I went through a lot of trouble to get you this commission. Recover the strong box, and my client will pay you enough to keep the Cunning Hares in business. Deal?
Wait a minute. That's easy for you to say. But that thing's in Red Fang Gang's hands. They're nuts and they don't mess around.
It's your choice. I'm not the one about to go bankrupt. You know how to contact me if you change your mind.
Nicole is an experienced leader who rarely makes rash decisions.
Let's go! We've got a strong box to steal.
This is one of those rare times.
Get them!
Those Red Fang jerks are on our tail! Faster, Billy!
Don't let them get away!
Are you buckled up, boss?
We aren't even going that fast.
Cut them off at the next corner! Go, go, go! End of the road!
Tell that to my friend!
That's our boss for you!
got it, Nicole.
Ha! Good job! Head for that building ahead as planned.
Awesome! We actually did it!
Everything is going smoothly.
Ha ha! The Red Fang Gang are nothing compared to my plan.
Right. Another win for the Cunning Hares. Or it should have been.
Anby! Billy!
In about 7 seconds, I'm going to fall into that black mass. That's a hollow. These disasters are happening around the world. Whenever possible, you should stay away from them. Me? I can enter them without issue. Because I'm a member of the Cunning Hares, an expert in dealing with all hollow-related matters. Anby, Damara.
Okay. So that's Anby. Now, I like this, right? Because I love I didn't mean to go to that scene. There's a lot of really good. Okay, sorry. I'm all over the place. When it comes to Zenless Zero and how they show like their cutscenes and stuff when you play the game, they have this very comic book feel. And I really like that. And there is still some animation within it too. They have, you know, like just different camera angles. We got over the shoulder. You have some low shots. You have some higher angles. It's not just characters side by side all the time. They definitely switch it up, and I like that. I also noticed that this is definitely, I mean, it's all part of the story, right? For the most part, I would imagine so. But I remember this from the game because this is one part that I did where it's the whole lockbox thing against the red hairs, and that's a part in the game where you get blown out of the freaking window, right? And they fall into the other dimension, whatever they call it. They said it like 3 times. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's cool that we kind of have a little bit of a more of a visual telling of how they got to that situation. Now, as much as I love the art in this, absolutely, and I also really do like Nicole's character. Nicole's character really shined in this one as well. That's the thing about this teaser that I'm kind of like, it's cool. Are we sure it's an Anby character teaser? I was hoping to learn a little bit more about her, and all we got was that I'm a part of the Cunning Hares. Man, we knew that. You know that the moment you play the first mission of the game. It's not real. I don't really. I thought there could have been a little more, unless there's something else later that talks more about Anby in a different teaser or a different part of the game itself. Maybe there is. There probably is. There's usually character information in these kind of games. But, like, we didn't really get to know anything about her in this, if you think about it. I was really excited when, like, this part in the beginning where she's just kind of like, you know, I'm about to fall into that black mass and, but I'll be okay because ... And I was like, oh, she's going to reveal something about her, why she's so adaptable to the black mass. Maybe there's something crazy or something special that she's trained in or blah, blah, blah. And it's just, nah, because I have my team. And that's cool, but that's not you. You are not the Cunning Hares. You are a member of the Cunning Hares, and we get that. We get that from the start. What about you, though? Why are you the way you are? Why do you fight the way you do? You showed off your friends in this more than yourself. You know what I mean? That's my only thing. I have nothing against Anby. I think Anby's cool. Like I said, I really like her dynamic with Billy. I just wanted to know more about her. Other than that, this was a great teaser. Not for Anby, but it was a great teaser. So it was a great Cunning Hare teaser. Anyway, we're gonna move on. All right, Nicole. All right, so I just used Nicole in my team all the time. Probably has something to do with the fact that she's got like pink hair or something. I don't know. Don't worry about it. It's a thing.
Ever since I picked up my first coin, I've liked Denny's. That round piece of metal, shinier than a mirror. Its weight in my hand, so reassuring. It was one of the few nice things we ever got to have at the orphanage. So I immediately went to show it to my best friend. They kept her in the innermost room. She had accidentally gotten lost in a hollow once, and unfortunately, she was afflicted with terminal ether corruption.
Sir, may I go outside?
Oh, of course. I'll find a way to get a protective suit for you.
You're kidding. That would be super expensive. I just wanna see the sun one last time.
As a friend, how could I ignore that? Was money for this suit all we needed to allow her wish to come true? She'd really be able to see the sun again? I rallied all the kids from the orphanage I could to help me collect Denny's. From one street corner to another, scavenging among houses. We set out at dawn and worked until the evening glow. Despite our hard work, all we managed to gather was barely enough to fill my little bag.
Nicole, let's just forget it.
What are you talking about? We can't give up now. Keep going.
But it's impossible. How do you expect us to get enough money just by picking it up on the streets?
Besides, the sun's about to set. Getting more money won't stop it.
Of course I knew what little we had wasn't enough to buy even a piece of that suit. But luckily, I've always been a clever little kid. You're right. We won't be able to get enough to buy that suit.
So, should we go back? There should still be enough time to say goodbye.
Hold on. We can't afford a protective suit, but we can still buy that. That round piece of metal, shinier than a mirror. Its weight in my hand, so reassuring. Because of it, I made my best friend's wish come true. This was when I fell in love with Denny's. They can even let you buy hope.
Such a riveting story! Nicole of the Cunning Hairs! I knew the rumors weren't true. They were saying you're a cold-hearted cheapskate.
Oh? So we have an understanding?
Of course! This story is proof you're a compassionate and honorable individual. I appreciate your understanding in regard to the overdue commission fee. We'll make up for it with the next payment.
Tisk tisk. You didn't get it after all. The moral of the story is, pony up the cash, or my childhood friend's gonna be meeting you real soon. Considering your willingness to cooperate, we'll settle for the interest for now. Anby, Billy, we're done here. Let me see how much, you're worth.
God damn. That, oh man, that went in a direction that was the point. That was, oh boy. Okay. So, this whole story that she tells, you can argue whether or not it was real at all. It could have just been put on for the sob story. Either way, it turns around, it does a complete flip, and it's not like, it's just straight up like, hey man, I'm gonna get you if you if you don't listen. Jeez. Okay. Wow. So I think that's why. Anyway, that's why I think Nicole is an interesting character. Yeah, I mean, she's usually all about the money and stuff, right? The jobs and all that jazz. But there is some humor to her, and in this, it's definitely showing two sides where there's this compassionate side. Whether or not it's real is questionable, you know? And then there's definitely 100% certain this more ruthless side to her as well. Yeah. She girl bosses it, and I respect that. Okay. As far as the animation in this one, I enjoyed it a lot. I mean, once again, it's pretty much the same as the other stuff. Not as comic book like, in my opinion. As far as like showing like panels like they did previously. But they still have similar, like, for the shading in some areas. I'm looking. They might have had some like comic book textures here or there, the classic ones that you would see. But otherwise, yeah, this was a good one. I was kind of thinking that the end of this was a little like, all right, I don't exactly know, like, are they just trying to show a reflection or what? Like, the ending here seemed to be a little like sappy for the sake of being sappy, which is what makes me think that this whole thing is just fabricated to get these guys to lower their guard and such. Anyway, I already went on about that. Let's move on to the next one. Next we have Nekomata. All right, so Nekomata, I believe she is I forget if they're referred to as 5 stars or not, but I believe she's a 5-star. And she would have been the first one I got when I was trying to pull for Ellen Jo. Right? That's her name? Shark Maid Girl. I was trying to pull for her and I lost and I got Nekomata instead. And I was very sad, but Nekomata was fun to use on the team and stuff. And I didn't really mind her in the story of the game either, from what I got to see of her. So, let's see what this is about.
Some say cats are indifferent, aloof creatures. Hot or cold, however you treat them, they respond with the same detached nonchalance.
You think you're tough, don't you, kitty? Looking for trouble here?
Chill, man. She wasn't in our way.
Always whimsical, ever capricious.
You again? What you doing up there? You're gonna
Maybe you beat us before, but this is Red Fang Gang's turf. Watch yourself.
Well, whoever thinks all that, they don't know anything about cats, really. Cats don't want to be anyone's toys. What we want is an equal relationship, like that of friends. Only when we think you're worthy will we get close.
Oh hey, it's Nekomata and the gang. Thanks so much. This is a huge help.
The next recipient is on the next street. Keep pushing!
Dude, I am pushing. I'm beat.
Great job, Nekomata. With you around, he won't slack off.
No, cats aren't indifferent. We just have a pride uniquely our own.
Do you hear? The Red Fang Gang, they...
So they also went down the wrong path.
Hey, what are you trying to say? I'm gonna tell you this one last time, okay? Direct order from Silver. No one is allowed to mess around in the warehouse except for the guards.
Please, let us go.
Shut it! Be quiet!
So, the rumors are true. Silver. The Red Fang Gang is now kidnapping people for ransom. Sullying your reputation. Betraying the people's trust and the promises you made. And you don't even give a damn?
Stay out of this, Nekomata. Seriously, boss might like you. But that don't mean you can just ignore orders. Don't make this difficult for me.
Okay. Just let me feed these kids one last time.
What are you doing?
Told you, I'm just feeding the cats. Hurry, run!
Nekomata! When Silver finds out about what you've done, you're gonna regret this!
Whatever. I doubt I'll ever see him again. Actually, I doubt I'll see any of you Red Fang Gang guys again.
Remember, we took you in when you were just a stray!
Didn't I just tell you? We cats have our own pride. I'm not Red Fang Gang's pawn. I no longer approve of the things you do anymore. So, maybe we'll run into each other if you find the right path. Toodles!
Get back here! Get these filthy animals off me! Hey! Hey! Nekomata!
I won't finish last.
Okay, so this one I remember. Well, I don't remember this one, but I remember her story from the game and how she was part of or associated to the Red Fang Gang. And this shows that. I like how it shows that the background here of these characters and stuff. I'm a little confused with the... Not confused, but I would say I feel like the cat thing was a little much, in my opinion. Does that make sense? Because obviously, yeah, she's a cat and all that stuff, but like her with the food and the summoning of the cats and the stuff, and I didn't really know. Like, I feel like this teetered on the edge of being pretty serious to comic relief, and I wasn't really sure. It was intertwining a little too much, in my opinion, and unfortunately the comic relief part wasn't really hitting for me if it was supposed to. I just imagine, because of like kind of like the goofy expressions that they gave the characters and stuff as they're freaking out as a horde of cats out of nowhere show up just because of one bag of food busts open, and that's enough to like pretty much take these guys out of commission. It's like a little fantastical, for a lack of a better word, but like in a weird way. Yeah, that's just it. Also, something that wow, I'm like criticizing this one. My bad, guys. I also just have like a pet peeve in general when it comes to cat characters, and in media, whatever, where they're a cat, and then they have things on them that scream, "I'm a cat." Like Nekomata literally having the words Neko on her outfit is like, this could have just been kept white, or you could have put a pattern here or something. I don't know. It's not a big deal, but it's just kind of like, come on, guys, we freaking get it. She's like she's got ears and the tail thing, and it's like, let's just chill. Let's just chill with it, please. It's not even that big of a deal, but it's still like But yeah, if you watch this before playing her part of the game, you definitely know her deal. Where I was playing it and I had assumptions that like, oh, okay, she's kind of doing her thing, or might be on their side, or whatever this is. But this straight up tells you. So I don't know. Maybe that could be a reason why I heard that not a lot of people were crazy about Nekomata. But I thought she was cool. I liked her when I had her in the game, and I didn't mind her part in the story. I just feel like maybe if you saw this and then played her part in the story, you'd just kind of be like, all right, yeah, they're treating it like a big mystery, and of course it would be to everyone else, but we already know. So it's like, the big reveal is not really a big reveal anymore, right? So there's that. Otherwise, this character teaser was fine. I mean, it did its job. It told you a little bit about the character, their origin, kinda, and their relationship with the Red Fang gang before things went to hell. And then it just kind of resolved this part in a goofyish kind of way, which is fine, but it just kind of, I thought it could have been something maybe a little less, but that's just my opinion. What do you think? All right, let's move on to the next one. Koleda. Koleda? Not sure.
Attention crew, your afternoon shift begins in about an hour. Grab some lunch, take a breather, and remember, safety first on the site.
And that dude was like, "You're right, I gotta work even harder." Then he just grabbed his tools and bolted to the front. That place was crawling with ethereals, and our dude didn't even bat an eye.
Hey, anyone sitting here?
Nah, go ahead.
Thanks.
I only found out later, this dude's some big shot at Bellabog, so I'm like telling off my future boss.
Here, take a drink.
Thanks, man. Ooh, I got my win back. Hey, you're new here too? Got some wild stories to share with everyone?
Wild stories?
We're telling each other all the crazy stuff we've experienced at work. We're a company specializing in in-hollow construction, after all. All right. You're probably too young to have too many tall tales.
I've got plenty.
Huh?
Like, about a year ago, I was in a construction accident. We were supporting a Defense Force fortification when we accidentally fell into a hollow
Need to use a different anti-corruption coating. Huh? Sweepy?
Many of us fell into different places in the hollow. I kept falling, and I realized I was in an unfinished building, and at the bottom was a pool of wet cement! If I fell in, I knew I'd be done for. So, I immediately got on top of my hammer and I went cement surfing instead!
Seriously?
Duh! So, I'm surfing around and found some trapped co-workers. They probably also fell in when the space in the hollow shifted.
I'm here!
Look! Is that a person?
Yep.
Right ahead!
Looks like one of us.
Help! Look! I see another person over there. And there. That side. Another one.
I got all my coworkers, and we soared across the sea of cement together.
Jesus.
We were almost at the edge, then all of a sudden a few ethereals popped out of nowhere and attacked us. Luckily, I'm short. I mean, smart and fast. I immediately dodged, but my hammer was going too fast. We just couldn't stop, and we all went flying into another fissure. And guess where we ended up in the end? We got back to the construction site! The one we fell from in the beginning! And then, just as we got back, we found a group of gangsters trying to ransack the site.
Huh?
So we all fought them off together. Huh? Why are you all so quiet?
Huh? You're a good kid. You really had us going.
Had you going? What do you mean, had you going? It happened!
Attention, high ether activity detected in the area. On-site response, please assemble immediately. I repeat, high ether activity detected in the area. All on-site response team members, please...
There you are, President. Looks like some ethereals managed to get on site. For the sake of security, it's best if we take them out.
President?
Got it. Tell the logistics team to evacuate. They can resume work once on-site response handles this.
Understood. I'm on it.
Kid, are you... ma'am, you're the president of Bellabog? You're Koleda Bellabog?
Yeah. Why so nervous? Though, didn't you just say I was making up stories? Want to find out if they're true? Then come on, let's go!
Don't test me and don't try me. Tiny things are known to be almighty. A leader operate
Okay. So that was Koleda. And I have to say that I do like her character. And the story does come around in full circle where, you know, the guys, they're talking about how they mistook so-and-so for someone when they were actually more important, blah, blah, blah. And then the same thing happens here where I was thinking when I was watching this, like, you can kind of just tell, if you know anything about her, if you knew going into this that she was like the president of Belobog, that's where this spin was going to go, which is fine. I actually I do like how they did the reveal here and how her demeanor is very just kind of like, yeah, no big deal, and pretty professional, like handles it very, very as a matter of factly, you know. These guys freaking out and stuff. It was like a predictable little twist, but it was nice and it was done well. I also like this moment here where she's about to call herself short and she corrects herself saying smart and fast when in fact it was just because she was short. You know. And then this would have been a tease for this character who I can't remember her name for the life of me right now. I just remember I stopped playing around the time she was released, I think. I forgot that she was essentially part of this team. But yeah, it was a cute little story, you know, very, very funny with her and this other, the thing, and rescuing her team, and funny imagery. And I mean, like, she should be broken after this, but I guess she's strong and that's fine. But yeah, this was a fun one. All right, cool. Let's move on to the next. All right, so now we have Ellen.
Ellen, you have to join the track team this semester.
Yeah, didn't you break the school's record for the relay race in last year's sports meet?
But that's too sweaty. I can go watch when it's on, though.
Wanna join the drama club then? We're doing the musical The Maid of the Sea, and there's a role that would be perfect for you.
Musical? Singing in front of people? No thanks. Any jellyfish with no lines?
Hey! The guys next door have been keeping low-key lately. You did something, right?
Not me.
Yeah, right. Just join the Fight Club already.
Please.
You don't talk about Fight Club. What the...
Popular as always, Ellen. Oh yeah, so there's this new restaurant. You want to study there after school?
Studying on the first day back. That's not like you.
Ellen! All right, we're gonna gossip.
I can't today.
Why not?
Hey, Master, here's your heavenly blue heart bubble burst drink.
It's everywhere.
The protection target's at table 7? Got it. Good afternoon, Master. Here's your order. Would you like a touch of magic to enhance the flavor?
No thanks. I'm just waiting.
Have a great day, Master.
Huh?
Bringing you lots of love.
Oh, carefully. He's somewhere around here. I'll check over there.
What are they doing?
Over there! Don't let him get away.
1,
Over by the staff corridor.
3, 4, 5.
Wait.
at 6. I could have been out studying with my friends today.
Hey, out of the way! What's this maid doing here? Move aside! Enough talk! Get her!
So, you're the ones responsible for my overtime.
All right. And that's Ellen. Yeah, Ellen seemed really cool, and I wanted to pull for her very badly when she was out. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty much like that whole maid squad, whatever they're called. I don't know the names of them all. But I thought they were pretty cool looking characters and stuff. And yeah, so I probably like this trailer the most so far. Which I imagine these are going to continue getting. Well, this teaser, I'm sorry. I like this teaser the most so far. And I think they're probably going to continue getting better and better from here, because that's how it usually works with these kinds of things. But this beginning portion where she's in high school is interesting. Like, she seems to be pretty popular. Everyone wants to have her join their team, their club. She's got a lot of skills, apparently. Although she's very just kind of... She's already busy, right? She's already got stuff going on and she doesn't quite talk about it. And of course that stuff gets in the way of her personal life a little bit, where you have her friend who just wants to hang out with her and gossip and stuff. And of course she's at least amused by the idea. She's probably considering it, but can't because she has her undercover maid job to do. And it's also some kind of protection services of sorts. Like I said, I think I spoke to her character once in game story-wise. Like the very, very first time. And I unfortunately stopped playing after that. So I don't know what the rest of it is. We're at the point where I don't know anything else that comes out after this, right? Even though I pulled for Jane Doe, I didn't get to play her story either. That's just, yeah. Anyway. But I like how... Oh, man. What? Okay, so the maid thing. This whole... This is hysterical. Because... I can only imagine it, right? Because I lived and worked in Japan. Briefly. Well, not briefly. It was 6 years. I lived and worked in Japan for 6 years. People who are familiar with this channel and me, you already know that. Sorry for repeating myself. But maid cafes are a thing. And there's a lot of them, right? There's a lot of maid cafes. And there's different themes of maid cafes and all sorts of stuff. I went to a maid cafe once just to see what it was like with my friend. And there's a reason why I only went once, or once to that one anyway. It was just so... Man, I don't want to say anything that would offend anyone who does enjoy maid cafes. It wasn't for me. It was very much in your face. Let's try to be cute. Let's have fun. Blah, blah, blah. You don't go to a maid cafe to eat. You just don't. You go to a maid cafe to be around pretty girls. And to get goofy. The whole Moe Kyun thing, like they put a magic spell on your food, like that's real. That's a thing that they do. They also want to have you get up and dance with them and stuff. And like they have little concerts, and it sounds like it could theoretically be a fun time. But when they give you your omelet or whatever it is you ordered, first of all, at least the one I went to, food is it's like a 4 out of 10 at best. Not saying that's the case for every place, but the one I went to, it was very middle tier. And maybe that's because there's so much stuff going on that you can barely eat. that you barely have the chance to eat because you're constantly being interrupted by them doing like the next little fun thing, and you're just like, can I please just, like, my rice is cold now, like I just want to go. So, but I can imagine that there are people that work in these things, you know, they have to put on an act. They're not naturally like that. They're just not. No one is naturally like that. Just like how when you watch a YouTuber and they start doing backflips because they saw someone do like a cute eye roll, like that's not real. You don't do that. But anyway, it's just I don't know. I don't know. It just brought memories of that back, and to just see someone who's just so like, yeah, I'm just here doing my job, but at the same time doing another job on top of that, right? Or secretly giving them hints about what's coming and where to go, and then heading the people off at the past with the. I don't know what this guy deserved to have this happen to right behind his head. Like that's terrifying, but it is what it is. Don't sit there next time. That's his fault. Ellen did nothing wrong. Anyway, cute character, funny character teaser, probably the best one as of yet. And yeah, that's it. We're gonna move on. All right. All right, so Grace. Okay,
Howard,
this is that mechanic or engineer.
You are a valuable member of the Engineering Institute and my most exceptional student. March proudly into the future. Nothing can hold you back.
The goal is simple. Based on Uncle Horse's prototype, build a new class of construction carriers that are lighter, easier to mass produce and maintain. It's a slight deviation from my original major, but my goal is to create a child that's smart, adorable, kind, and strong. Above is the development log for the new in-hollow special purpose industrial machinery by Grace Howard, Entry 1. Just put it over there. Good girl. Let's keep pushing forward together. Great. Basic framework verification complete. Data simulation successful. I really am a genius. Main power unit on. Hang in there, kid. Whoops. That was the circuit breaker. Grace Howard. New in-hollow special purpose industrial machinery log. Entry 85. The power unit degradation has been fixed, but the voice command system seems to be a bit glitchy. The command test. Shut down. Huh? Shut down. Whoa, wait, stop now! Behave! Stop!
Ooh.
Is everything okay, sis? How'd you get hurt?
We should change the energy deployment plan.
You listening to me? Come here.
Oh, yeah. That hamburger today was really good.
Nobody asked about lunch. And we had chicken.
Be gentle. This is Grace Howard, the new in-hollow special purpose industrial machinery devlog, entry 163. I seem to have underestimated the difficulty of the logic core's application. Looks like I need more specialized knowledge. Seems unlikely. That's it! Or is it? Command test. Move forward. New in-hollow special purpose industrial machinery development log, entry 327. The test failed. I think I know why. The advanced test failed, perhaps due to issues with the command analysis program. Success rate is not up to par. I'm still investigating. No thanks. I'm not hungry. By the way, don't let anyone bother me. Hold on. Hold on. That's it. Just like that. Damn!
Grace Howard, you are an invaluable member of the Engineering Institute and my most exceptional student. March proudly into the future. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing can hold you back. Nothing can hold you back.
Grace Howard here. New in-hollow special purpose industrial machinery devlog. Number 1001. I have finally found a way to stabilize the system. It might require ether substance stimulation, which means nothing can hold me back. Just a little bit more. I'm begging you. Wake up!
Diagnostic complete. I'm a new in-hollow special purpose industrial machine. Smart, durable, kind, and strong. Excuse me. Can I just be an adorable machine?
Pleased to meet you, little one.
Okay. That was... Alright, so... There's... You know what I like about Grace? So I think she's relatable. at least in some respects. You know, I'm no genius, so I can't relate to that. Or an engineer. But there's something about her, how she just keeps working and doing stuff and trying to improve, and how she goes in with one mentality and you just kind of see her obsess over it to a point where she is literally just bashing her head against the wall until it freaking works, and then to the point of doing things in a way that are just out of the box completely. I respect it. And I'm like, man, if this was just, you know, if this was her doing YouTube stuff, I could relate. Not that I'm anywhere near as smart and or attractive, but still, this was a very, very fun one to see. A lot of her personality is here. Her dynamic with at least Koleda is here as well. And just her mentality and emotions as she continues to push through her task that she wants to accomplish. Yeah, I like this. This was great. As far as other things, I forget that I mean like the opening shot is straight up this. You're welcome for me showing it again, I guess. This is Zenless Zone Zero. Unlike Genshin Impact, unlike Honkai Star Rail, at least from what I've seen, maybe actually no, Honkai Star Rail's still a little bit, I mean, all right, they do a lot of fan service here in Zenless Zone Zero, more than the other things that I've probably have seen. I mean, of course, I haven't seen stuff in game for Honkai Impact 3rd, so I can't compare to that. Honkai Star Rail is like, it depends, you know. In some ways, and Genshin Impact is probably a little bit, but the farthest from this. Zenless Zone Zero is like in a whole nother thing. I think its age rating is like, you technically have to be older than the other games to play this one. Maybe? I might be making that up. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I imagine we're going to be seeing more and more of that as this goes on. Anyway, I like Grace. I think she's cool. Let's carry on to the next one. Soldier 11. This was like the fire Anby, right?
Soldier 11. Copy that.
Boss, it's the girl. She took our goods.
So the Defense Force wanted to steal.
The searchlight! Quick! Huh? Over there! Hold your fire, boys! We can't risk a blast. Gotta keep the goods safe. Oh, too scared to move now, are ya?
She opened fire on the
Stay
truck,
calm.
though.
They're trying to provoke you. You're outnumbered. Show them a little weakness. They'll drop their guard.
Target is down below. Stay alert.
Give us the goods, little missy, and we'll let you walk out of here alive. Then you can tell your bosses at the Defense Force to mind their own business.
Think it through. Stay put. Try not to provoke them.
I have your goods right here. Come and get them if you can.
Look around you. Talking big like this. Do you know the consequences? She's coming for us! Let her have it!
Don't be reckless. Pace yourself and save your strength.
It's impossible! Didn't they only send one person?
I will walk my own path.
Come in, Soldier 11. Do you copy?
Mission accomplished.
Go ahead and do your worst, brat.
Want some?
Huh?
Crackers, I mean.
You're...
I was told to be nicer with captives this time. They're pretty good.
My mouth's on fire!
What? Give him firecrackers? That was... Anyway. Okay. So, I imagine the voice that we're hearing is Anby? Or something like that? Maybe there's some cloning going on? I don't really know what her story is at all, other than that she's here, doing her thing, causing some stuff, doing a job, and pretty badass at it. You know, very nice rim light effects from the fire in general. Like that was cool. That caught my attention. Just very good lighting altogether. The scene at the end was kind of funny. I don't know. I've never had a hot or spicy cracker before. I'm not sure if there's something more to that. Maybe I made the joke right there and it was accurate. Maybe there are such a thing called firecrackers. What I liked in the beginning, just a little detail, this right here. This was a big way to save on animation, but I don't hate it because you understood exactly what was going on. You knew that she was in pursuit because of dialogue, and they show this radar or this tracking where she is and the people pursuing her are, and you hear the sounds of a car spinning out and the sudden turn of this. So just in that moment, you had an idea that, oh, her car just went off the road. Damn. Like, I don't know. It's just a lot easier than animating an actual truck flying off of a highway and like tumbling down the side of like a cliff or something like that, or a hill or whatever. Although that'd be super cool to see. Totally get why they do this, and it still sells what happened. And then especially since you approach this scene next where they tracked her tipped over vehicle and closing in on her and stuff. Them opening fire on an overturned car immediately when they're after the goods inside and stuff is just brain dead. But other than that, I mean, it's whatever, you know, it's fine, I guess. All right. yeah, this was cool. She was cool. I have a lot more questions than answers, but hey, that's just how it be sometimes. Let's roll. Next one, we have Zhu Yuan.
No crime shall go unpunished. Welcome to join new Eridu Public Security.
Is she really the best rookie officer of the year? You sure about this?
Oh, this character. I remember seeing her.
Too loud!
Cut!
Are we done shooting?
It's the cop.
Take a look for yourself. This was when we shot a high-speed chase scene. But your speed never even went above 60. Speed up! Speed up! Cut!
But there's a speed limit, and we haven't given prior notice.
And this part. You were meant to make it laugh and show your concern for people.
Hey, don't cry. Your finals are coming up, right? So as long as you get 100 on your tests, you'll be able to go out and play.
It's the worst thing to say to a kid.
Sorry, I got nervous.
Hey!
Don't move!
I'm just an actor!
Sorry! It was a reflex.
Moreover, Director, do we have to reshoot all of this morning's scenes? Maybe we should just find someone else.
No use in complaining. Sorry about that.
You better compensate me for my medical fees.
Ambulance is outside.
Oh, don't touch it!
Requesting backup. Robbery on 14th Street. 3 detained, 1 on the run. I repeat, requesting backup from nearby units.
Roger. On my way. Sorry, let me borrow this.
Director, she's leaving. What about the promo vid? Keep the camera rolling. Let's follow.
Reporting. Received a backup request from 14th Street. Heading over ASAP.
Reporting. The fugitive has been found. He has a hostage. We can't get close.
Understood.
Put the child down. I repeat, put her down. Closer. We can negotiate.
Shut up!
Hey, it's okay, darling. Don't be scared.
Give me a car, or else the kid gets it!
That's crazy.
Public security sure is well prepared.
Target confirmed. Negotiating.
Fugitive on 14th Street has been subdued. Dislocated arm and jaw. Requesting an ambulance.
Don't cry. It's okay. You're safe now, and Mommy is on her way, all right? Oh, Captain Zhu Yuan.
Don't be scared. Public security will always be here to protect you.
Everyone, status report.
Janus Quarter Precinct, Metropolitan Order Department, Criminal Investigation Team Zhu Yuan has arrested the suspect.
Director, do we still want the stuff we shot before? We can keep some as bloopers.
No crime shall go unpunished. Welcome to join new Eridu Public Security.
All right, that's a cool little thing. Zhu Yuan, really good cop, really good officer, does her job. She's very efficient and professional, gets it done. And of course, they want to do their promotional thing with her because she's the best of the best, right? And she's a horrible actor. And she follows the rules to a T in normal circumstances. She can't break them. She takes things very, very seriously. And yeah, they painted that in a very, very funny light. And then the moment something actually goes down, it's like, yeah, keep the cameras rolling. We're just going to use this live footage instead. Crazy concept, but hey, I mean, if that's what they need, then it works. This scene is bonkers. This freaking guy holding a knife up to a child. I'm over here like, how'd you even get this close? This is a horrible situation. But you know, he gets it. Deserved. Loses all sorts of teeth. Deserved. Yeah. It's a good one. Her telling the kid about the finals thing, I was like, that's like one of the last things that you should probably do. You should, I mean, he'd probably take like a mama fat joke or something like a lot easier than that. I mean, I don't know what. Damn. This at the end here of her being embarrassed of her own horrid acting is really cute though. Anyway, yeah, that's Zhu Yuan. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next. We have Jane. All right. Okay, we have Jane now. Jane, I didn't see this. I avoided this like the plague because I knew one day I was going to react to character teasers, and this was all over the place. Same thing with Ellen Jo, which I didn't watch either. But you couldn't go on like YouTube Shorts or like TikTok or anything during this time because there was always stuff showing these characters. Same thing with like Twitter and all that stuff, but that's okay because I like to avoid those sites in general. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm about to see. I just know there was a lot of commotion. Let's just do it. And I pulled for Jane Doe.
In you go. Sit tight and no funny business.
Good work, you two. I'll take things from here.
But she's a core member of the gang, a real criminal. Can you escort her on your own?
Are you questioning the ability of the Janus Quarters criminal investigation team?
Not at all. This is the weapon and purse we found on her. Be careful of her tail. She's a shifty one.
All right, leave it to me. I'll also take the paperwork on her. You two are dismissed.
Understood.
You're quite the little officer. I've never seen you before.
My name's Tomiya. I'm a new member of the Force. Captain Zhu Yuan assigned me to pick you up. Thank you for providing crucial intel to us during this operation.
Did you bring all my things?
Yes. Makeup remover, casual clothes, a new phone card, and fresh IDs are all here. Allow me to uncuff your hands. Damn! Oh, why'd you take them off already?
Keep it down. There could still be people around. Just get in.
That a rainy night, smoky eyes so bright, lips thin in the moonlight. You got me and your spell. You got my hand spinning. You were my Falcon.
Has the raid already been completed?
Oh, it's in progress as we speak. Thanks to your brave determination, we were able to... Miss Jane?
I'm just changing.
Put it in the car?
I don't want to step out in disguise, right? Besides, an honest, brave, cute little public security officer like you wouldn't dare peek, would you?
No, absolutely not. As they mentioned, they infiltrated a smuggling gang on your own and skillfully disbanded them from the inside.
Better keep your eyes on the road.
What are you doing?
I'm turning off all the cameras in the car, just to be safe. After all, only a select few in public security know my true identity.
Oh gosh, your tail touched me.
Oh, did it? I'm just turning off your body cam.
Oh, that was close.
So, what were you saying about the operation? You didn't finish.
I was just going to say that I really admire your work.
Huh?
The new Eridu Evening News. An illegal ether trading case was uncovered in the city this afternoon. 8 gang members and their female leader have been arrested. The key to cracking the case was Public Security's Evidence Department discovering a
Because we can't reveal your identity.
8 people.
Hi, what?
Including me, there should be 9. Huh? What do you know? Stop the car.
Oh. Huh? Wait! You're not going alone, are you?
One got away. I'll help clean things up.
I can go with you. Huh?
You've got something to clean up too, don't you?
Wait! Give me back the key!
Holy crap. Okay. I can see. I understand. I understand a little bit. They went hard in this one with the there were a lot of innuendos. I don't mind it. It's just they just jumped to they just jumped to 11. With just how much tension there was in this. And I don't know, but they did, I think they, what's the word I'm looking for? I really liked the character interaction in this. I like the story that they're showing, where you have Jane Doe and she's in her disguise, and the more you look at her, because earlier on, this, for the most part, looks like a different person. As you go, you see more and more slip-ups here and there, but it's intentional at this point, right? Like, you have her hair, her real hair showing underneath, and it becomes more visible here as it comes out from the sides, and so on. This, I thought she cut her lip at first, but she really just smeared her lipstick or whatever. That's fine. This is a cool shot showing the wig and the glasses just on the seat beside her. This officer chick, this girl, she is losing. She cannot handle Jane at all. I understand. I'd be feeling very similarly. And another thing, which I think is interesting, and I could be making it up. I haven't talked about the music in these because I'm not really too. I'm not very music savvy when it comes to the terminology and all that stuff. But I can talk about how it makes me feel in very basic terms, I guess. But the Zenless Zone Zero music has been very unique. For the most part, it's really good. There's some stuff I like more than other things. The song that they have playing on the radio in this teaser, I think is very interesting. I would almost like to... I'm not going to do it in this video. Maybe in the future, if you really want me to. If there's a video you want me to listen to Zenless Zone music, then let me know. And I could do that, and I could give some kind of very basic analysis of how it makes me feel and all that stuff. I have other videos where I've talked about like Raiden Shogun's music, Wanderer, Scaramouche's theme, stuff like that. Like I do talk about things sometimes when it comes to music. But here, the song playing, although I didn't exactly pay attention to the lyrics, it sounds like I don't want to say a parody, but very similar to Hotel California. If you don't know that song because you're not old like me, then I recommend you look that up and listen to it. That song is essentially about like temptation and drug abuse and how you can't really escape it. And I feel like there are some parallels here with the music that's playing. I would have to listen to it again to actually see that, but with just like its basic, with just like it has the same rhythm. And the voice that is singing, like the way they're singing it, is very similar in tone as well. It reminds me of that. And I think that has definitely something to do with Jane here. Not saying that she's bad or something like that, but there's a lot of temptation happening between these two characters. There's a lot of tension. There's temptation. There's something about Jane is like a drug. I'm getting, and that's like the sense that they want you to feel. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I think that's up to you. And I think that was a lot of the controversy at the time when this teaser and her demo, which I haven't seen either, were a thing. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this. This was a great one, and it made me feel uncomfortable. But in a good way? Maybe? Anyway, let's continue. Next one is Desert Melody. Oh, it's Caeser. Okay. I recognize a lot of these characters by like maybe their name and appearance, but I know nothing about them. I know Caeser is on the same team as Bernice. I will say, I think her name's Bernice. I think Bernice is the one character demo that I've probably seen because you couldn't escape it at all. But we're not doing demos right now. We're doing trailers. So anyway, this is Caeser. Let's see what's up.
Welcome to this episode of John Jenny's Weekly News. Don't get too down. The vehicle recycling plant has been engulfed by Hollow, and 500 people lost their jobs. The blaze was
They pulled this thing out of the hollow. It's heavy enough. I thought it could fetch a good price. Man, what a useless piece of junk.
Who said it's a useless piece of junk?
Caesar! You know what this wooden box thingy is?
Big Daddy, why do we have nothing here? Besides rocks, all we got is bamboo that don't move, useless adults, and the outer ring friendship just...
Who taught you that?
I'm bored.
Look over there, you fool. Do you know what that is?
Is that a piano? No, wait, a piano? That hunk of junk's not worth anything.
You're not wrong.
Even though it's made of wood.
That piano girl must have come from the city.
Must have been scammed out of all her Denny's.
Little miss, you should have stayed at home.
Hey, city girl. Outer Ring's not what you expected, huh? It isn't easy being out here. Want me to take you back? This piano thing, is it hard?
What do you think?
So for this week's news, I've been your host, John Jenny.
What's going on in the square?
Someone found a piano in the hollow.
This place definitely isn't what I expected. But any place that still has music must be richer than it appears.
The Outer Ring, this place with nothing, is a land that humanity reclaimed from the grips of the Hollows. It's a land that belongs to hope.
This useless piece of junk was wrestled back from the brink of disaster by humanity. It is the very soul of freedom. So, we're not left with nothing.
That was amazing, Caesar. Is it hard to play?
Nope. I'll teach you when I get back from the Tort Inferno.
Okay. First of all, you're lying. Is it hard to play? Yes, a piano is hard to play, or at least I think so. Maybe I'm just bad at it. I love the sound of the piano and the violin. There's a lot of classical instruments that really just melt my brain in a good way. Piano is definitely one of them. It's an instrument that I would have loved to have learned. Never say never, you know, it's never not impossible, but I feel like it'd take a lot of practice. I am not very coordinated with having my hands do different things at the same, like it's, I don't know. That's a whole nother, you gotta train your brain big time. And I have huge amounts of respect to anyone who can actually play an instrument, who can make music and such. I used to do drums a little bit, but not long enough to get good. Like I learned a couple Linkin Park songs, and they're pretty, the drumming is pretty basic for the most part in the background. Anyway, that was forever ago. I'm talking about a whole nother life, it feels like. But I do like this. I do think it's cool that we have Caeser show interest in learning the piano, and she does, and how that means something to her and the people of the area and stuff, and how that cycle continues with them being interested to wanting to learn and stuff, and how she's willing to teach them and stuff. This is actually a very wholesome teaser. I wasn't expecting this, really. It's one where we didn't really even get to see a lot of Caeser in it, but at the same time, I feel like because of this overall message, we've learned more about her than you'd think if you pay attention. At least that's how I feel about it. For example, in the beginning, we have Anby's character teaser. We got nothing. Anby's part of the Cunning Hares. That's all we get, right? We might have gotten a little bit more about her with Soldier 11, if that is correct, but I could be wrong about that too. But regardless, in this one teaser right now, where Caeser is in it not that often, unless, is this young Caeser? Did I miss out on this? Did I miss this message? This is young Caeser, isn't it? I completely spaced that out. Okay, no, she's in it. Okay, never mind. I'm just dumb. Guys, holy crap. Yeah, that's her. Boy, do I feel stupid. So forget what I said. She's in this a lot. I was like, who is this character? Oh, it's just young Caeser. For some reason, I did not get those transitions. Now I like this even more. Honestly, now this teaser stepped it up a notch. Because you see her and her attitude towards things. And then like how it's just like stuck in her head, and then you come to this moment and the realization, and then the wanting to, like, oh my god. All right. So this is so much better than I thought. If this is not young Caeser, then I don't know who or where I am anymore, and I should be put down effective immediately. To bed, not death. Anyway, all right, so let's continue. Let's go to, I have no idea who this is. This is Tsukishiro Yanagi. All right. Hell yeah. Or maybe not because of the fire, but the traditional sound we got.
Their village is close now. We'll launch the final attack at dawn.
Is there no other way? I have to hurry. Huh?
Hungry. Shh.
You can't eat that. Wait, let me see what I have. Get down!
Jesus. Oh.
fallen kin.
She's a valuable hostage. We need her alive.
Did they let any of our people live? They almost killed Sokaku just mere moments ago.
It's because of people like you.
What did you say?
It's because of people like you on both sides that the war keeps repeating over and over like a curse we can't escape.
Be silent, human.
Are you saying this is his fault? His father, his brothers, all killed in this war. Not even his baby sister survived. Tell me, who's to blame for all of this?
You and I, we're both to blame. We should have been the ones to stop this.
Hey, Caeser?
Sokaku, come here now.
Sis! This lady gave Sokaku tasty food! Sokaku wants to share with everyone!
Do you like it? It's a little hard. Make sure you chew it so you don't choke.
No, humans cannot be trusted.
All of you, stand down.
But...
leave us! You came here alone. What is your real intention?
If my intel is correct, the one responsible for starting this war is no longer alive. There's no reason for us to keep fighting.
That's right. My father is dead. Now, I must carry this burden. I just want to protect my people.
I knew you were the only hope to bring peace.
But after everything that's happened, how can we forgive each other?
The only way is to create an opportunity ourselves.
Can I trust you? I entrust my life to you. Because I trust you'll make the right choice. Human and Oni blood now flow together in your veins. Live on. And finish what I never could. Don't let our blood be spilled in vain.
The rebel Oni leader has been executed. Tsukishiro, you've done us a great service.
All they wanted was to become citizens of New Eridu. I'll take good care of them. Sokaku.
Smells like sister.
Oh man, that was... oh boy. I didn't know anything about this character at all. But I'm kind of for it. I like this story that they're sharing here. It's a whole nother part of the game that I didn't get to see as of yet or anything. This war between humans and Oni. And is this the same Sokaku? Is this the same blue Oni girl that we see in the game? She's one of the characters you can pull for. Is this just like younger version of her? So all this happened like a while ago? I imagine this is all like a blast into the past kind of thing, right? And then this character's still around, and she has the sister's blood within her. They made that pact real quick. That's crazy. I mean, it's an interesting story though. I really like it. As when it comes to like the dramatic feel, this one just took it. This one felt all sorts of very different from all the other. I mean, I'm saying that a lot about these character teasers. I think that's something I really appreciate these Zenless Zone Zero character teasers thus far. is that they do feel very different from each other. Whether some are kind of more comic relief, some are wholesome, some are sexy times, others are dramatic. There's this dramatic feel. This one definitely had that, like, there's this intensity to it. There's this more melancholy, this solemnness. I really liked this feeling. It's a sadder story, for sure. And I'm not saying more dramatic and sadder stories are better, but I feel like this is like the first one that really stands out here amongst these Zenless Zone Zero trailers, teasers, because I can't think of what came before this that made me actually feel sad. This one got me in the feels a little bit, and I don't know anything about these characters, so good job. Hoyoverse be good like that, you know? All right. But yeah, what do you think about this character, Tsukishiro? What are your thoughts? Do you have her in game? Do you enjoy her? Do you get to learn more about this story of her and the relationship between the Oni and humans? How she's like this bridge between both? Am I completely misunderstanding that message? Let me know. All right, let's move on. We have a few left. Okay, next teaser, we have Hoshimi Miyabi.
Do you copy? The target is losing control. What happened?
These coordinates, the observation data, these coordinates. Why? What is this?
Ooh.
Executive Officer Hoshimi, the commander is waiting.
Oh, is it this person? I think I've seen her in a cutscene before.
Ah, you're here.
Commander, what's the situation?
The Argos Hollow has suddenly peaked in activity and breached level 2 controls within half an hour. It's expanding at an unprecedented rate. The HIA, public security in hand, have all organized multiple assaults, but they've all failed. Currently, we still don't...
All right, understood. Have we arrived?
Commander, is she your so-called ultimate weapon? Young, reckless, and lacking manners.
Commander, why is there a civilian on the monitoring ship?
This is a consultant from Topps Alliance. She'll be assisting with the operation.
A pleasure to work with you, Executive Officer.
Likewise. Can we begin the operation?
Right. Fly above the hollow, then jump down and fight. A real brilliant plan. Perhaps you haven't realized, but there's an abnormal symbiotic ethereal inside Argos known as Lerna. Our prior efforts caused it to create multiple false cores for itself. A direct attack will do nothing but make things worse. In other words, it would love to feed on another flimsy weapon of ours.
Ether activity update.
Radius expansion is double our estimations. What the? Warning! The target companion hollow has breached level 1 controls, sending the latest disaster alert.
60% of Shiryu number 7's energy transportation net has been engulfed by the hollow. Ether energy disorder
Well, its activity is increasing. How shall we proceed, Miss Consultant?
Considering its current progression, Argos will completely swallow Shiryu number 7.
You want to blow up the Shiryu pillar?
A large enough explosion could annihilate all ethereals in the hollow at once, including Lerna.
I can't accept that. How could you?
Calm call it standard procedure.
147 civilians, 36 PubSec officers, 17 investigators, 8 executive officers. That's 208 casualties. Far more than standard.
But compared to the civilians outside Argos, it's a worthwhile sacrifice.
Right, and it'll protect High Ambition's assets east of Argos too. Real worthwhile.
Are you accusing Tops of having ulterior motives?
Oh, we wouldn't dare. Commander, we...
New Eridu can't afford another Great Hollow.
Sir, please give me 5 minutes. If we can't tell which cores are real, then it's simple. We'll just destroy all cores within 5 minutes. I believe that 208 lives are worth 5 minutes.
I understand you're skilled, Miss Hoshimi, but there are many problems that cannot be resolved with violence.
Have you ever fought inside a hollow before?
I've already told you!
And you've already been told. I'm the ultimate weapon in this operation.
Damn.
Commander, stop her now!
Why?
If Argos becomes a Great Hollow, it'll be on you!
Executive Officer Hoshimi, do you read me?
In 5 minutes, Argos' growth activity will reach an all-time peak. Considering the time it'll take to get there, you have about 3 minutes to slay Larna.
If you fail, I will detonate the Shuyu pillar.
You only have 1 chance. You have my gratitude.
You're that executive officer.
You're from the Defense Force.
You were also transferred?
You're both here. Good.
Wait, Executive Officer Hoshimi Miyabi? Shouldn't you be receiving the Void Hunter medal right now?
I skipped the ceremony. They can just mail the medal to my address.
Mail it?
Did you need something from us?
A weapon isn't just a blade. And not all of New Eridu's issues can be solved with the blade. I trust the two of you. With your abilities, we shall expose the roots. And I shall be the blade that severs the corruption.
Hell yeah. That was an epic one. Hoshimi's a badass. Alright. That was cool. There's a lot of moments in this that I liked. At first I was a little confused because I couldn't remember if this was Hoshimi, even though they pretty much said her name in the beginning, but for some reason when they introduced this woman, I was like, wait, are we talking about her in this, or are we talking about not that shot or her? Nope, that's not it either. Okay, well, her. I was a little confused at first. Obviously it's about her. But man, just the whole, gosh, she's like over here trying to like pull a let's throw a nuke into a hurricane strat, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go we're gonna be doing that shit. But I like the back and forth here, how it makes sense to make sure we eradicate the threat as efficiently as possible. Just freaking nuke the problem. Yeah, there's a lot of casualties, but it's all about the lives of the few versus the lives of the many, like that whole thing. But then you have Hoshimi, who is incredibly skilled, feels very strongly that she can accomplish the thing, has less than 5 minutes to do it, like 3 minutes to actually do the thing and get out. We know that she's very powerful and skilled. I think because you see a glimpse of her in the game earlier on, and what she's capable of. So this is cool to show that whole thing about her. I imagine this is stuff that happens before you even see that glimpse of her in the actual story itself, because it seems like the team has already been made at the end here, or the team was just formed at the end here while the team was already made when the game had started. That's my guess. Could be wrong about that. I love some things subtle and some things not so much. Like there's one scene of the audio kind of gets muffled, and you have who's this guy? Sorry, I wanna find him. It's the guy that's this dude. How he's just calling out this civilian, the CEO or whatever. Just, you know, like him and like the people around Hoshimi at the end here have proved their worth to her, like giving the right statistics, talking about possible ulterior motives on the other side. Like that's kind of obvious why you want to do this, because you're desperate and you want your business to succeed. It's not about saving the people on the outside. It's about saving your own shit too. Like that's yeah, and how Hoshimi just kind of takes all this in, does her thing, and then starts up her own little faction, her little department over here, her organization. I also like how she doesn't care about the flair of it all, as far as like the attention that she could possibly get from it. Even I don't know if I want to say status, but you know, she's just not concerned with the showy aspect of it. It's like, yeah, I got a medal. They can mail it to me. I'm not going to a ceremony that wastes time. I'd rather put this thing into go mode. Like let's do this, right? I don't need to waste time just sitting in a freaking banquet hall. I like that. It was cool. It was fun. All right, let's move on to the next one. The next one we have Astra Yao.
Miss Astra, I hear you've worked really hard for this charity concert in memory of the Hollow disaster. Everyone here today is in for a treat.
There's so little I can do, but I hope my singing can bring some comfort to those who need it.
So, you recently released a new album.
I'm not here for publicity today.
Oh.
I'm just here to honor a promise I made a long time ago.
Ooh, that's sudden.
Wow, picked it up after hearing it just once. You're a natural. When I was little, whenever I felt sad or scared, my sister would sing this song to me. It took me ages to learn it myself. But hey, I got it in the end. Feeling better?
Thank you, miss.
Rescue Command, we've located the missing girl from the list. Astra Yao. No signs of ether corruption detected. We're currently below entrance number 9, requesting an additional rescue harness. The rest of my team is still searching for other missing persons.
Copy that. Dispatching now.
Run! They're catching up! Quick! Shut the door! Grab those wire fences! Captain! We gotta get the kid out first!
What's going on? Where's everyone else?
They're already outside! Wire fence, now! Command, Ethereals have us cornered at entrance 9. Urgent evac required! Ethereals are closing in!
Rescue team is en route. Roughly 1 minute out.
We don't have a minute! Captain, take my harness and say! We'll hold the door here!
Astra, grab this tightly and stay calm. Do you remember the song I just taught you?
Yeah. We can sing it together.
Now it's your turn to sing for me.
La 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 la.
Rescue team to command. We've reached the entrance. Ready to deploy the escape rope.
Get the kid out first!
This is the captain! Abort rope deployment! Retract the green rope at full speed! Over!
The strong whispers of hope carry through the
If you ever get the chance, please sing this song.
souls that have taken flight. Through the pain, we stand as one in love.
You told me not to cry when I heard this song.
Kiddos, please forgive your old man. From now on, you're on your own. Sorry. I've always been so selfish.
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry.
For the hearts that ache,
I'm sorry.
sing this song in the warm and tender hug.
I'm sorry.
We can find our place.
Woo! Okay. Um. I need a second. That was something. I'm fine. It's fine. That was wow. Wow. How the fuck do they do that? I don't even know these characters. What the hell? I didn't know what direction they were going with this in the beginning. Oh jeez, and they show the oh no, oh man, okay, yeah, and when you go back even further, boy, you like see them in the crowd, and then you realize later on they're not even there. It's just like the imagery and their final wishes and stuff, and man, what a sacrifice. This teaser was simultaneously like a horror movie, and then it turned into one of the most saddest things I have seen in a long time. And it wasn't like sorry, I keep pausing and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be cutting out the downtime. I'm just trying to put my thoughts together. My apologies about that. I just want to say that there is so they show so they show heroism in a very interesting and, in my opinion, a very realistic way here, because you have these characters doing heroic things and they're saving this kid, right? And it gets to the point where it's like, like send the kid out first, blah blah blah, and these guys, they're holding the door and they know they're going to die. There's not much time left. And the woman that's with Astra is knows that too. At least when things get real hectic, when her people are holding the door, right? And you can see it on her face when she's talking to her about about the song. Do you remember the song I just taught you? All that stuff. And on the radio and talking about like getting the kid up and all that stuff. Like she's shaking and her lip is quivering. And it's like because this animation that they're doing right now isn't even like, even though it was really good in this, it's still not the most detailed of things that they have done in Zenless Zone Zero in general. Because these character teasers, they have a certain style and they usually fit to that style, but it's still a lot better than it was, like, for example, in Genshin Impact early days. This kind of animation that they do here with this tweening has come a long way, and they are actually better if they've gone better at showing these subtle details in emotions and stuff. Like, yeah, a character can have their mouth wide open and like swaying their arms back and forth and blah blah to show like this some exaggerated like whoa crazy moment, but they're even going hard with the most subtle things ever. And I'm on a tangent right now. I'm trying to talk about this heroism thing, because a lot of people might think of like a hero as like, oh my god, it's Superman. It's a guy, he just shows up like stoic as hell, just like Blueberry Boy Scout, just there and like, justice, and they're just brave in every situation. And that's like, yeah, that's like what you'd want to be probably, but realistically it's about sacrifice and doing what you think is right in that moment for other people and being selfless. But even so, that doesn't mean that you're not scared. Heroes are allowed to be terrified, because at least in this situation they're human still, and that is almost more impressive, because you know that it's like that much more intense. They've come to terms with what needs to be done, or what is happening, the possibility or of dying, or the lack of possibility of escape, whatever that is. But they still had their job to do, their focus. They came down to save this girl, and that's it. They're doing their job, and they succeeded. But it also shows the sacrifice and how hard that is afterwards, because of the people and families and loved ones affected by it. How you have these people and children left behind because they were so dedicated to doing what they were there to do. It's a weird twist of the knife, because you save others, but you're also damaging the ones that loved you and stuff, and it's just, but there's also this sense of like pride and respect to it at the same time. I don't know. Yeah, the whole fade away thing is fucking crazy. Okay, and like I said, this short had a lot of like horror movie visuals, especially this part where you see the shadows running in the subway area with the light. I feel like you've seen this like a billion times before in horror movies, but it never gets never gets old. You see shadows moving across some dim light, like shambling, and you're just on the edge of your seat. Your skin starts to goosebump and all sorts of stuff. This was crazy. Out of all the trailers that we've seen, I feel like this one is something that could honestly just stand on its own. You don't need to know who Astra Yao is. Like, sure, maybe context helps and all that stuff, but I don't know anything about her. I felt like I just watched a short, it's 4 minutes long. I just watched a short film that could have freaking been a part of or won like some animation festival or something like that, because holy crap. I almost lost my shit there for a second. Okay, I think we have one more. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, it was powerful. Okay. Soldier Zero. Now, we had Anby before, who is similar to Soldier 11, and I thought they had a thing. But maybe this is a whole thing, and there's a bunch of them, and this is what Soldier Zero is? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Let's get this started.
Replica number 0 standing by. Awakening sequence ready to begin.
Rise and shine, Anby.
Or Anby is Soldier Zero?
Replica number 0 awaiting your orders.
Good girl.
Target training module complete. Data collection complete.
Good girl, well done. This is why you're my favorite. Well then, let's move on to the final test. Now, end your own life.
Oh!
Understood. Replica 0. Following orders.
Nope!
Her stats are good. Patch her up and send her to field training.
Jesus!
Just as we expected, you're the only one who made it through this operation. Anne was right. You are the perfect one. Now, go dispose of number 11. She failed to participate in the operation.
Oh.
The Silver Company research is being shut down. We can only keep one.
Anby, this is an order.
Replica number 0. Are you defying orders?
Anby?
No way.
We miscalculated. A machine without absolute loyalty is worthless.
Good thing we haven't disposed of number 11 yet.
We'll use her instead. As for the defect, just dump it somewhere.
I have a feeling there's a hidden treasure around here. Whoa. Is this supposed to be my treasure?
Okay. I can't tell you how happy I am. I cannot express. They did the thing. They did the thing that I wanted them to do. Holy crap. Okay. So when this started, if you remember, I saw Anby's character teaser. And I was like, this isn't about Anby, this is about the Cunning Hares. They fumbled. I was like, it's cool, it's great. But yeah. I was like, what about Anby? Now we got all sorts of backstory with this Soldier Zero stuff. I don't know how this pertains to the actual game, if there is another model of Anby or whatever that's called Soldier Zero that you can play as, or what that is. I'd be looking forward to figure that out or something, like, you know, like maybe it's another form, or it is just another one of her. This Soldier 11, this Anby, Soldier Zero, all this stuff. They're like these, I guess, these machines or these clones or whatever it is. Replicas of each other. Soldier 11 went off and kind of did their own thing. This one here just attempting to off itself so the other one can live because there could only be one and all that stuff. Like, oh Jesus. And like, you get that without the character having to say that, because of obviously what they do, and it's being able to recognize like what is actually happening in that conversation right now. Damn. And that's the origin for Anby. Oh boy. Awesome. This was a great way to end this, because I think this is the last one. This was a great way. It came full circle pretty much. I started, did the thing, was just like, oh yeah, Billy, it's cool. Anby got nothing. What the fuck? And then it leads, go through a roller coaster of other stuff. And we come back here and we get our answers for the most part. I'm sure there's a lot more to it, but damn. I am pleased. I am pleased. Guys, this was very, very enjoyable. I know I talked about some longer than others, especially the previous one, but I hope you enjoyed my ramblings. I hope you enjoyed watching this with me. This was a lot of fun. I do plan on doing more Zenless Zone Zero stuff in the future. I'll probably watch version trailers, whatever they are called in this. I'll probably watch, I'll definitely watch character demos at some point, and other things that you'd like me to do. And like I said, I will get back to Honkai Impact 3rd stuff. I will get back to Honkai Star Rail stuff. And Genshin obviously isn't going anywhere. That is still going to be uploaded whenever I can. So, with that said, let me know that you enjoyed this by liking the video, writing a comment down below, subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already, and checking out the description for additional ways of how to support me. You know, you can become a member here or on my Discord, and by doing so, you get access to uncut content. All my uncut Genshin stuff is essentially there, so you can watch all my recording sessions, plus some extra goodness. There's like over 8 days worth of videos back to back that you can have fun going through. So I highly recommend it if that is something that you are interested in. But once again, thank you so much for being here. It means a lot. And until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.